Welcome to the very first Money Talks podcast. It started here and it started right now. So I'm your host, Chris Gilmour, if you didn't know that, and I have a finance specialist, Lisa Winning, in the room. So this is going to be a regular thing, guys. So we've sort of worked out what our people want to hear, and I think this topic everyone wants to know about. So we're going to talk about money, and that's why this segment is now called Money Talks. So how you going, Lisa?
I'm good.
You good?
Thank you, Chris. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, man.
I'm
It's
good.
Christmas is coming, so we get some holidays. The budget gets blown out. The credit
Yes.
card just gets used excessively.
Yes, it does.
And I'm probably relating to 99% of Australians listening right now that
Definitely.
this time of the year is probably the hardest
It
for a lot of people, or they get into a lot of trouble. And that's what we're going to talk about. So
Yeah.
we've collected a bit of feedback. You know, we've done a lot of podcasts around motivation or sport, health, fitness, and some real estate. But we're sort of working out that money is pretty much everyone. Everyone wants to know how to save money, how to spend money, how to buy a home, how to buy an investment, how do they pay off their mortgage. And who better to talk about that than you? And it's not me.
Thank you.
So
well, I'm honoured to be here. So
don't be honoured. It's going to be a regular thing.
Me.
This
Yes.
is good. So now we are filming for YouTube for all you people on YouTube watching. So if you're listening to our podcast on Spotify or iTunes or wherever else we have it, thank you for tuning in. We've been hectic. So real estate's been hectic and this time of the year. So we've been a little bit quiet on the odd podcast, but we're back into it. So we're going to talk about money.
Mhm.
I'll ask you a question.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Credit cards.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's talk
Good
about credit
topic.
cards. Like
Very
most people have got
appropriate.
credit cards.
Yes.
Right.
They do.
So how should people use a credit card properly, and how should they? Because I understand you get a 55 days interest with
some cards.
some cards.
You do.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do people use the credit card? Because I use a credit card.
Mhm.
I'll give you a backstory on me. I use a credit card. I use my credit card for everything. So I basically live on my credit card. I put
Yes.
everything, all the expenses on there.
Yeah.
Come end of the month, I completely pay it out.
Yeah. Good.
Okay. So
Perfect.
which is smart.
Mhm.
Okay. So and the other thing is I don't spend as much as what I earn.
Yeah.
That's a really good way to save money.
Yeah, it is. If everybody lived by that, that would be gold.
Okay,
Just
podcast
simply,
finished.
You know what? Just one bit of advice that I can give you. Just don't spend more than you earn.
Yep.
It's really that simple.
So
But
is it that easy though? Is
I
it really
think-
that easy?
I think people just need to be really mindful and really careful of their spending. Let me just say that credit cards aren't evil. I know that there's a bit of a misconception in the community that credit cards are evil. They're not evil if you pay them off
Yep.
in full.
So if they don't pay them
So-
off, it's 27%.
It can be.
What
It's
is
all,
it now?
Yeah, it's anything from, depending on the credit card or the lender, but anything from, 12 up to about 30% in interest.
Jeez.
So to me, it's just giving the banks more money. They already earn enough money. Why give them more of
Yep.
our money? So it's that simple. So you can, spend on your credit card. There's some great credit cards that offer some great points and incentives.
Well, I went to Fiji.
Yeah.
I get a trip to Fiji every year with using all my points.
That's good. There is some benefits, but if you're going to spend on your credit card, just pay it off by the due date.
So don't pay the minimum because
Don't
everyone
pay
gets
the
stuck
minimum.
paying the minimum.
Yep.
It's
Just
20.
pay it off.
It looks attractive. It's
That's
$25 a
right.
month. And
Yep, it's normally 3% of your limit is
Okay.
the minimum
Okay.
amount that they're looking for.
Yep.
Again, lender specific. But when you get your credit card, just make sure that you pay it off in full by the due date so you don't pay any interest.
Yep.
So a lot of people think, and this is where people get into trouble, especially around this Christmas period,
Yeah.
is because they're not actually using their own cash, it doesn't feel like they're using their own money.
Yep.
So they're putting it on the card, they're overspending, they're being very generous. And I'm not saying don't be generous. I'm just saying be mindful. So
And then
they're
they get the
spending,
bill and go, holy look at this.
the thing is they get their bills in January and then they just go, oh my God, what have I done?
Yep.
They've got to remember that credit cards actually need to be paid off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so yes, it feels like you're not using your own money, but you need to make sure that you pay them off by the due date.
Okay.
And don't go crazy. because the interest is very, very high. And don't give any more money to the banks.
Okay, that's good advice. Do you have a credit card, iRock? You do? I remember when I got my first credit card.
Yes.
Right? I'm like, how cool is this? I got a $500 credit card and
Yeah.
I literally blew it in like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? Just so I could get a credit rating.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's like, holy shit, I got $500.
That's
like,
right.
when you're 18.
It doesn't feel like it's yours. Like there's detachment.
Absolutely. And then you get the bill and you're like, oh, damn.
Yeah, that's right. And it's only when the bill comes that you go far out, it actually needs to be repaid.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
that's a big thing.
Okay, so is there better credit cards out there for people? Like,
there is.
Because I'm not in this space.
Yeah.
So, like, just say for the average person earning $40,000, $50,000 a year, normal income.
As in no property?
No, they own a home.
Yeah, they own a home. Okay. So with some of your home loan packages, you can get a credit card. So you're paying an annual fee and the credit card annual fee is actually included in that package. A lot of those credit cards have the bells and whistles as well, which can be helpful.
So should people look for better deals, like, like application fees, monthly account keeping, like what other fees?
Yeah, they can. So you normally, with a credit card, the two fees associated are an annual fee. So you've got an annual fee on your credit card that can be waived if you are in a package, and interest as well. If you've got a home loan, there's different ways to use your credit card, and that's maybe another topic with an offset account and things like that. But if you're just a, regular person, you've got a credit card, then you are going to be looking for a credit card that has nil or a very low annual fee.
Yep. Okay. So the major banks have that?
Yes, they do.
They do?
Yeah.
Okay.
And some of the other,
Credit
Coles,
unions.
MasterCard, credit unions. There's a really good website called finder.com.au and compare.com.au. So there's a lot of tools available to be able to choose the right one, but it's not one size fits all. It's very individual. So it is about finding the right option
do your research.
for you. Yeah, do your research. And it depends on what you're looking for from a credit card. Some people do want a credit card that, they can go to Fiji and they can get petrol and gift vouchers and all those sort of things.
Some points.
They get all their points and all their rewards and they're paying it off in full. So they work well. But some people just, they may be paid monthly, for example, and they've got a couple of commitments, financial commitments, and they've got to wait until they're paid. Then for those sort of people, we're looking for credit cards that have very, very low annual fees or nil annual fees.
Sure.
So everybody's financial and personal circumstances are different.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's my advice. Just be very careful.
Okay. So who's got the best deal at the moment? Which bank? Who would you recommend?
Here we go. This is very individual as well, but I found...
Who do you find is probably the easiest
with credit cards? There's some ones with St. George that are pretty good at the moment.
There you go.
But because they change a lot of the time,
should you change though? Like I've had this same platinum credit card with the Combank.
Yeah.
Like since I was like 22.
You got your home loan with CBA?
No, I don't.
Okay.
All my banking's with CBA. Yeah, I don't have a home loan, so I'm lucky.
Good on you.
Yeah, that's another topic we can talk about. How to pay off your home quick.
Yes.
Hustle. Side hustle. Work. But so I've always banked with a Commonwealth, like Dolomite account, when I was 5. So and I'm still with them.
Yeah, that's good. That's loyalty.
Yeah, I'm absolutely loyal to my bank, but I don't know if they're too loyal to me.
Yeah, and we normally find that may not be reciprocated at times.
No, but again, that's another topic, that we can talk about, like changing. Yeah. Like I've got the fear of changing. Yeah. So for me, it's easy. To stay. Yeah. So.
That is
am I getting the best deal? Who knows? I don't go checking. But
it depends on what you want your credit card for, because your credit card, you are wanting to earn points. So you're spending all the time instead of using your F Plus card, using your cash.
Not me. My wife.
Okay, wifey. Poor Rachel. She's not here.
Doesn't
to
worry.
Herself.
She doesn't watch this shit or listen to me. She lives with me. She doesn't want to hear us 24/7. So we can say whatever we like here.
Oh, it's funny. But your credit card, so your needs are different. So you're looking for your credit card. You're not actually using your own cash. You're using the bank's money and then paying it off in full.
Yep.
Okay. So you can actually review and have a look to see, well, how much typically am I spending on my credit card?
Yep.
How many points am I receiving? And maybe there's a better deal out there. And I
But
think
that means
it's
that
great
then I've
to
got to change.
Yeah,
No,
but
I've got
that's
to change.
okay.
No.
But isn't it what's best for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Okay.
time.
I think it's
Time
better in your
searching. But
pocket.
if I go to
It is.
finder.com.au, it will make it simple.
Finder,
We'll put that up on the
compare,
screen for
all
people
of
watching.
those sort of things.
Okay.
Yeah. And credit cards, please. They are not evil. Just manage them properly. Okay.
It's the people
That's
using the
biggest
credit
thing.
card that's evil.
Correct. Yeah.
Let's
and just
get
remember
real.
the bill always comes.
The
And
bill finds you no matter what your address
it
is.
does.
Even when you move home.
And pay it. Just
bill-
pay the bill. Yes, please. It's really simple.
It's people are tuning in going, oh, we're going to get so many secrets. And like, yeah, just don't spend as much as you earn.
That's right.
And
But I think it's a good
pay it
time.
off.
Yeah, it is. Coming into Christmas, I know that people's spending habits are very different at this time. So I just think twice before you spend.
Yep. And don't get cash advancements.
Definitely
because you get
don't do
interest
cash.
on
Yes.
that instantly, don't you?
That you do.
Yeah, okay.
It is. So cash advances, no. Unless absolute dire straits situation and you're in a position to be able to pay it back very quickly, but try to avoid that at all costs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's a great topic just about credit cards.
That's right.
So what I
Always
learned from
happy
that
to
was
help.
go to finder.com.au
Or compare.
and
That's
I might
right.
get some more points.
Yes, you can. And don't be afraid to change. I think change is
I'd
healthy.
feel like I was cheating
Yeah.
if I changed, my
they
little
being loyal
Dolomite
to you?
account. Even my kids have got Dolomite accounts.
How does CBA treat you? Do you hear from them? Are they taking care of you? When was the last time they called?
Never, and that's what I love about them. They don't annoy me.
Okay. Everyone's different.
They know me too well. Don't annoy me with stupid phone calls.
Yeah.
I have a business manager relation person, but obviously they change all the time. And I got a couple of mates that worked at the CBA as well too. And I don't know. I reckon I'm probably typical. Now, this is really weird though. I change probably my insurance company every year.
Yes.
Right? Because I get my bill and it's gone up and I'm like, why is it going up?
Yeah.
So I search, and I go between budget or UE or RACQ
So
or
you're shopping
NRMA.
around.
I'm
Yeah,
shopping around for
perfect.
insurance, but
Yes.
banks, I think I probably speak on behalf of majority of people. They probably find it too hard to change. Like I got my home loan with Westpac,
Yeah.
and you want to buy an investment property. So, they see a finance specialist like yourself and they'll be like, we want to just go with the Westpac. But you'll go, no, we could probably get a better deal here and then you can shift it.
That's
and you
right.
actually got to get the banks. Like I'm in sales, as you know,
Yes.
and I
Yeah.
negotiate every single day and we're dealing with millions of dollars over our career.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yet I won't negotiate with the bank to try and get a better deal.
Well, that's why you need
And that's-
someone
yeah.
like me in your life.
Well, here we
Because
are.
I will do it. That's right. And here I
Can
am.
you go and do it for
I've got the
us?
best gig ever.
So, but do you know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
it's if they knew, like I didn't know about that website, so
Yeah.
I'll probably check that out a bit later
Yeah,
and just
good.
surf around and see, what else is out there. But
But home loans, Chris, are a different topic because
we'll do that
people
for
are
another.
paying, so much interest. I would love to chat to people about that.
Yeah.
and what we
Well,
can
I
do
think
to
that's going to be a really cool thing, and
help.
we'll talk about, this one was all about some credit cards. That was the first topic that comes to my head, but I want to talk about how we can save some little things and
Tips and
hints.
tricks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, and compound interest and,
Yes.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big believer is money makes money.
Yeah.
Right, that's
Yeah.
how I think. If you've got a lot of money, you can
Yes.
make a lot more money. If you've
Yes.
got little amount of money, it's okay. You got to be a little bit smarter with that money.
Yeah.
But how can I turn $4 into 8? How can
That's
I
right.
make 8 into 16? That's how I look at money.
Yeah.
How I can multiply it and then what you can do with it. And you
Yeah.
just got to be obviously a little bit
You
smart
do.
with money and get it working for you. And
Yeah.
probably the last half an hour I've not talked about how smart I am with
And-
my credit cards with
But that's okay.
not looking for a good
We
deal,
we'll
but
sort that out. Depends on
I'm
what
not leaving the
people's
Commonwealth.
goals are.
No way.
No.
I
Okay.
can't.
That's fine. Stay with CBA. That's fine. But it all just
They should be
comes down
paying us
to-
for this, like advertising.
Yeah, I'll have to send it.
Yeah,
to them.
definitely, please.
They will
How many
be
billion did they
stoked.
make?
Yeah, a lot.
Profit.
A lot.
So,
a lot.
Good on them.
No, happy to help anyone.
Well,
so,
I reckon we shut it down there. That's our very first episode of Money Talks
yeah.
with Lisa
Thank
Winning,
you.
finance specialist. I'm
Yes.
Chris Gilmour. and we'll be back. We're going to do a lot more of these. They're going to be all different things. So
Yeah.
if you want to know about how to make money, how to spend money, I can talk about spending money. That's easy. I might get Rachel into. So, but how to pay off home loans. We're going to do different segments every single time. So
Yeah.
thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming in, Lisa.
Thank you.